Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are still on Diamond 1. So we are on the cusp of trying to hit Mythic, and I want to hit Mythic here before, well, we finish our Edge of Eternities run. We are very, very close to finishing out Edge of Eternities draft as we head into the Spider-Man set coming out, and I think we're going to also do some maybe cube drafts in between, but hopefully we can hit Mythic in this draft video. Now, before we hop into this draft, just want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, you want to pre-order some Spider-Man product, or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need for your next tabletop gaming experience, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also going to be at MagicCon, which is going to be in a couple of weeks. Swing by their booth. Tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. MagicCon, of course, being in Atlanta. All right. Anyways, let's take a look at this pack. At common, we have Plasma Bolt, Zookeeper Mechan, and Focus Fire, all as decent options. Selfcraft Mechan as well. And then at uncommon, we have All Fate Scroll and Rayblade Trooper. I'm not a big believer in the Monoist Sentry. And the Zoo Ifit, I think this card is okay, but certainly much worse than it looks. Not having any abilities is a big cost. Double black is also a big cost. So I actually think Rayblade Trooper is generally a better card than Zooifit. And the question is, do I want to go Rayblade Trooper or take an All Fate Scroll? I'm gonna take the Rayblade Trooper. Let's beat down. Oh, double Rayblade Trooper. Okay. Well, I'm happy I took the first one. So, I mean, this card is just excellent, just a really, really good aggressive creature. This pack is actually kind of crappy outside of that. We have Virus Beetle, Specimen Freighter, and a Sledge Class Seed Chip. Had I first picked the Scroll, I guess maybe I'd take like a Seed Chip or a Specimen Freighter. But you know what? I'm feeling a lot better about a double Rayblade Trooper. Oh my gosh, white is open. What is this, Fog? Okay. I mean, look at this pack. Virus Beetle, Pinnacle Kill Ship, Diplomatic Relations. But for us, it's Sariema and Sunstar Expansionist. This is actually close because this is a really good 2-drop. But I can roll the dice and hope to find an equipment with the Sariema. And it's also just a giant flyer. All right, you know what? I don't actually know which one's correct between the two. Sunstar Expansionist is fantastic, but I'm going to take the Sariema. I think it's early enough in the draft where we take this and try to get a legend. Oh, we had a Zooifit, if that tables, although I don't think it will. But yeah, I mean, look, everything tells me that I should probably have been interested in taking the 2-drop Sunstar Expansionist, but I don't know, I really like the Sariema. All right, pack 1, pick 4 is pretty weak. We have the choice between Cryo Shatter and Perigee Beckoner. Not sure which one I like more. I think I prefer the Cryo Shatter, but I could see somebody... I'm going to take the Beckoner. We haven't drafted Black-White very much, and I have seen a bunch of Virus Beetles and such, which makes me feel like Black-White might be a little bit more open than Blue-White. Here, there is an Alpha Rail. Dust Bowl isn't... I mean, this is another pretty bad pack. There's a Lost in Space if I wanted to go Blue-White. Certainly not seeing a ton of white here. Beamsaw Prospector is a totally fine playable card, and it's a 2-drop. So, given that I have the Beckoner, I guess I take it. I mean, look, honestly, this pack is not very strong, but... You know, I'm not missing out on too much by passing a Lost in Space here, I don't think. I mean, additionally, I can just take the Alpha Rail and just, like, look to pivot into blue-black, but I just don't think that that's what I want to do. Let's just take Beamsaw Prospector and see where this goes. All right, here we go. Night Luminary and Timeline Color, noting that there's a late Survey Mechan as well. I'm going to take the Luminary here. I think Timeline Color is also very good, but... I just don't like taking a double black card. Usually when I'm white-black, you want to be heavier white than black. And for that reason, I'm going to take the Night Luminary. This is a pack that has basically nothing. There's Hymn of the Faller. These blue cards are pretty weak as well. Yeah, I don't really know what I want here. I mean, I could take Mechanozoa too. Sure. I mean, that was just a goof grab. Like, I feel like blue-white could have been open here. So based off of that, I'm taking the Mechanizoa. And I mean, it does look like there's a chance. I mean, that's a really late Diplomatic Relations, but there's also Cryo Shatter, and I'm not seeing a ton of good black. Susurian Voidborn is pretty good, though. All right, you know what? I mean, there's a bunch of blue in this pack, but let's take the Voidborn. I do think this is pretty good in a black-white deck. So let's see where this goes. Pack 1, pick 9. The Zoo, if it did not table. This is not really a mono Sentry deck. Sentry, rather. Like black-white, I just want to be attacking, right? I mean, I guess I'll take it, but there's a Self-Craft Mechan in the pack as well. I'm just, yeah, not going blue. The second color is, like, unclear what would have been good here. But we will stick to our guns and have an okay black-white shell. Hopefully, boom! Sir Vondum. That is exactly what we wanted. Especially with the Seriema. Now, I do not regret at all taking the Sunstar Expansionist. Sir Vondum is fantastic, although it is double black, but Banishing Light and Radiant Strike are also fine cards. Hopefully we table one of these cards, the Banishing Light, Radiant Strike, or Perigi Beckoner, but Sir Vondum is exactly what we wanted here. Very, very happy about that pickup. Mono Sentry, I'm probably not going to be looking to play unless I get, like, the 5-mana 3/2 Angel that gets 1-drops. So we'll just cut that from now. Noting that we are a little bit light on playables here. We only got 7 after pack 1, but certainly we can play some of these weaker cards if we need. All right, here we have... I do think Focus Fire is significantly better than Graph Kill. The question is it better than Sunstar Lightsmith? And I think the answer is yes. Like, I have a lot of top-end stuff already, and I have 0 removal. And I just feel like Focus Fire is going to be very, very important for this deck. And this is one of those things where it's like, yes, I know this is a card that's less exciting and you get it later. I just think it's by far the more important card in this deck. Here, there is a Lightsteel Inquisitor, very, very solid, cheap creature. Nothing else in the pack, which is a little bit concerning, just in terms of what I feel like I could get later on in this pack. Pack 2, pick 4. Wow. I mean, to be fair, we didn't pass any red, so it makes sense that we see the Terrapact Intimidator in this pack. Certainly not interested in a Rescue Skiff here. So for me, it's like, do I want a Hull Carver or a Perigi Beckoner number 2? I'm going to try taking a bunch of Beckoners and seeing how that goes. I've been pretty impressed with this card in general, so let's go ahead and take that. I don't think I want the third one, though. I'll take another Susurian Voidborn. Feel like you can overdo it on this. That's a late Invasive Maneuvers and a Sea Chip Impact, but... you know, our threes are looking good. Certainly interested in taking more cheap cards for the mana curve here. I could have taken the Hull Carver. The thing is with the Hull Carver is it just doesn't attack very well. Gonna take a Pulsar Squadron Ace. Maybe we get lucky and hit a Seriema, but we just need a solid 2-mana card for our deck as well. So very, very happy picking that up. Wow, this pack is just all red cards. There's a Space-Time Anomaly and a Halia. What are people drafting? I guess they're all drafting... blue, green, black, or something, but I don't know. I guess I'll take a Halia here. I'm not going to play Decode. I guess I'll play... there's a chance I play Decode Transmissions. I just feel like it is far too late to pivot into any other color. Here, there's a Squire's Lightblade. Honestly, with this many creatures, it can be a fine card. Not a great card, but a fine card to put into my deck. Zookeeper Mechan tabling. Yeah, red is absolutely open. That is Perigi Beckoner number 3, but given the mana curve, I do think I'm going to take a Beamsaw Prospector here. I like the Beckoner a lot, but I already have a Sir Vondum and 2 Beckoners, so let's just fill out the curve. And the Lightsmith tabled. Whew, that is really nice. That is very, very nice. So now we're looking really good on creatures. Hopefully I don't have to play those cards, and we got 15 cards. Something that we're really looking out for here is interaction. We took a second pick Focus Fire. The only other removal spell we could have taken, there was a Graph Kill in that pack, and then also there was... do I want the Breacher or Blade of the Swarm? I don't want either. But, you know, if I can pick up some more Focus Fires, that would be nice. This is by far the best option as far as removal spells go for this type of strategy. Now, again, I said, you know, I'm pretty happy with my top-end mana curve here. So, looking for more things to play early. So let's see what we get. Ho, ho, ho. This is a hell of a pack. I wish I could take the entire pack. Banishing Light, Tragic Trajectory, Dubious Delicacy, Seam Rip, Reclaimer, and Virus Beetle. If I just take those 6 cards, like, that would probably be better than 6 cards in a row that I take. Anyways, I'm going to take Dubious Delicacy. This has proven itself to be one of the best uncommons in the entire format. Actually, would have been really nice with the Esteli Reclaimer, but I don't actually have anything to get back with this. And I just think it's a better removal spell than Banishing Light. It gives you reach. Really nice with the Susurian Voidborn as well. So let's go ahead and take the Dubious Delicacy. Station Monitor. Oof. Okay, well, that's a good one, but we're not going to take it. Glacier Godma, also a good one and can't take it. For us, there really is nothing in the pack for a black-white deck. So I believe Embrace Oblivion is the only real option here. I guess it can work with Perigi Beckoner, right? Like, I make something big, attack, and then I can sack the creature, and it still comes back. So, and I need an interaction. So let's take the Embrace Oblivion here. It's another really early removal spell, but certainly a hole in our deck that needs to be addressed. Now there's a Genomorph Imago, one of the best rares in the entire format, and we're seeing it pick 3 with the use Social Engineering. I don't know what's happening here as far as, you know, the things people are passing to us. Here we have the choice between Starfighter Pilot and Lightless Evangel. I'm going to take the Evangel. This has more upside. We have an Embrace Oblivion and a Dubious Delicacy already. So let's go ahead and take it here. And another Genomorph Imago? Goodness. And a Mouth of the Storm? I guess we saw an 8th pick Diplomatic Relations. I guess white wasn't that open? I don't know. We got the Night Luminary late and we tabled the Sunstar Lightsmith. Anyways, I guess I'm taking Timeline Color. It's just a good card. One thing I'll note, though, is that I do not love my mana at all. Double white in Seriema, double black in Timeline Color, double black in Servandum, so that is something that I'm concerned about. Here we'll take a Pulsar Squadron Ace. Certainly on the market now, I have so many creatures. I'm in the market for another spacecraft and more spells, I think. That's what I'm looking out for here. If that's an option. Galactic Wayfarer, pick 6. Come on now. Guess I'll take it. I don't ever see a world where I could take a second copy of Squire's Lightblade, so I'll take the Exosuit Savior, although not really interested in playing it. Here, there's a Seam Rip. Oh. All right, Nether Block. I mean, it's everybody else in the draft. This is just ridiculous. It's one of the best uncommons in the entire format. I'm going to take Graph Pack Monoist over Seam Rip, I think. I mean, this is just a really good card. I'm not that impressed with Seam Rip in general, and I just want to have another, like, good evasive creature. Don't really care about Flight Deck Coordinator here. There's a Dark Endurance and a Pinnacle Kill Ship. I guess I'll take a Pinnacle Kill Ship. I mean, oh, there's a Seam Rip. Bunch of green cards. I mean, I guess I play it. I mean, I don't love it, but I mean, we certainly have some filler cards here. Yeah, I guess white just I mean, I don't know. This was just like a weird draft. Like, I don't know how open white was and what I should have been doing here, but I mean, we do have like Seriema plus, you know, all that other good stuff. Starfighter Pilot also not at its best here. I didn't even get a Wormwall, you know, like the 2-mana 2/2 Surveil spacecraft. Like, how did I not see a single one of those? Like, has the format shifted where people are like doing weird things with Wormwall sweepers and stuff? I don't know. All right. What do we want to cut? Bright Spears, Zealot can certainly go. Blade of the Swarm can go. Exosuit Savior is not particularly strong. Something like this. Our curve is pretty low. It's almost like it should be a 17 lander. But my mana is not great, so I feel like... Or 16 lander. I think because my mana stinks, I should play 17. Yeah, I'll just play 17. 18 creature deck. Wow. Okay. I mean, certainly in the market for a trick of some kind. Okay, we'll play the Seam Rip because it's a spell. Alright, I mean, I think this is just the deck. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. It's just a bazillion creatures, Sir Vondam and Sariema. And, you know, obviously having a deck with a million creatures makes cards like the Susurian Voidborn certainly better, but yeah, I mean, certainly missing, like, you know, if I had more Focus Fires and Banishing Lights, that would have helped a lot. But, I mean, let's just see how this performs. I definitely feel like that was a really weird draft. Biomechan Engineer, double Xenomorph Imago. Like, I don't even care. Like, if I just ended up with in blue-green, somehow super late, my deck probably would have been incredible. Much better than it is now, but you know what? I still feel like we can get good aggressive draws and punish our opponents. Now, before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. I actually just posted my Patreon video of the month. It's an Arena Cube Draft. It's a super sweet control deck. So if you wanted to check it out, join the Patreon. Lots of benefits, access to the Discord, which lets you join an awesome community. So a lot of benefits as well. I also do monthly streams. So lots of cool stuff on the Patreon. Check it out. I can't believe how, like... I mean, that was just a really weird draft. I don't really have anything else to say, honestly. So do I warp this in or what? Trade 2 damage for 2 damage? I mean, I'm on the play and I'm the aggressive deck, right? So, probably. Alright, my opponent's blue-black. Steel Swarm Operator, sure. I have a Beam Saw Prospector, but not really interested in killing the Steel Swarm Operator. What is that? A Strip Mine? Into a Survey Mechan. Oh wow, that's actually super annoying. I can't even do anything and I just drew 6 lands. Oh man. Yeah, like not having any pumps. Like, am I just supposed to play Lasquire's Lightblade? Maybe I'm supposed to play the Zealous Display. I don't even know. Yeah, this is really bad. Not that Zealous Display there would have even been good. Avoid Infiltrator. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that pack with the late blue cards, maybe that warrants a pivot. But just like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to win from this spot. Leaving double white open to play against, play around Strip Mine, possibly. That's a Cryogen Relic. I mean, their deck, it just looks awesome. Just blue-black, all artifacts. And I just have, like, a mediocre pile of creatures. Yikes. Okay, they're just cracking it for a card immediately. Into a Virus Beetle, sure. Alright, let's kill the Infiltrator. That is a dubious delicacy. I can't believe this Survey Mechan is absolutely destroying me right now. It's tragic. Just trying to maximize some damage here and drain them with my delicacy and stuff, but... I guess they can just crack the Mechan and kill my Voidborn, huh? Okay, that's not a bad draw. So this forces them to... Wait, what? Okay. Why didn't they... Can they not? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's have our opponent lose 3 life. And then another life, I guess. Alright, no point attacking. Or no good attack, rather. I mean, we've drawn a million spells in a row, but I still feel like I'm a tremendous dog to win this game, especially with that Survey Mechan. Cryogen, double Cryogen Relic, yeah. I mean, maybe this is a 16 land deck, especially with double Beamsaw Prospector. Like, I just don't have anything to do in the late game. Actually, maybe I should just... Yeah. Maybe I should just play the Pinnacle Killship and play 17 lands. That might just be better. Yeah, I'm done here. Okay. I mean, Mouth of the Storm, Survey Mechan, but... you know, normally I don't really like playing Pinnacle Killship, but I mean, because my deck just has nothing to do in the late game, I just have like a million creatures, and this does work well with the double Pulsar Squadron Ace. So let's do this, and it makes me feel a little bit better about playing 17 lands. And then now we can just try to figure out which creature to cut. I think it's going to be one of these 2s. I'm going to keep the Beamsaw Prospector because it works with the Pinnacle Killship. So then it's between Starfighter Pilot and Lightless Evangel. I'm going to cut the Pilot and go with the Evangel. All right, let's try this. It's a small tweak. It's a small tweak for sure. But it could be pretty impactful here. All right, on the play here, we got some cheap creatures, Pulsar Squadron Aces, and a Beamsaw Prospector, and a Perigee Beckoner. If I knew I was going to get this many 2-drops, maybe I would have taken the 3rd Beckoner. This hand's fine, of course. Okay, we miss on the Pulsar Squadron Ace, but hey, it's still a 2-mana 2/3, so that attacks through most 2-drops, which is nice. Wow, we missed on both of the Squadron Aces. That's kind of nuts. Codecracker Hound. It looks like they're warping it too. Okay. So everybody just with like awesome blue-black control decks. Can we grind through this? We shall see. Alright, let's warp this in for some extra damage. I have a second one too, so. Right there at 16. We have a Servandum next turn. Well, sorry, we don't have a Servandum. We hope to be able to play a Servandum. Or a Perigee Beckoner. Okay, Starbreach Well and Mechan Navigator. Alright, sadly we drew a Beamsaw Prospector, so we just warp this in. Target here. Attack. Okay. And, ooh, I can play another Prospector, but I'm actually just going to crack the lander. I mean, that was good, I suppose. Voidforge Titan. Ooh, hold on. End of turn. Okay, let's crack this. Let's get a Swamp. That's a 5/4. Of course! Of course, right? Sariema, when I have the Servandum. I think I want to play the Beckoner over Servandum here and just add to the board. Which one do I want to target? Here, probably? Alright, life total 20 to 10. I have a decent board. They have obviously good late game potential, so we're going to need to try to fight through all of that. That's a Mechanizoa that's being warped in, sure. And then they're probably going to be playing a Code Cracker Hound, okay? Unravel, they did not want. The Mechanizoa goes away. And they go to 9, okay? Obviously a removal spell and Voidforge Titan would be insane. We drew a removal spell on Voidforge Titan, so it is officially insane. But I don't know that that's still what we do yet. Basically, like, I want to do this when I have, like, a really big board. Life totals are 9 to 20. So I feel like just playing a Perigee Beckoner here is quite nice. And then just get in for another 4 points of damage. Granted, they're probably just going to trade with the Code Cracker Hound, but that's okay. Hey, you know what? Like, killing the Code Cracker Hound and getting a lander is totally fine by me. Like, I have 4 creatures to their 1. If I draw a land next turn, like, being able to go Servandum plus Focus, obviously, okay, they have a Wrath. Yeah. Am I annoyed? Yes. I absolutely am. Oh well. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? They have a Mechanizoa here that they can play. 4 cards in hand. How do I want to do this? What's the station cost on that? Okay. Interesting that they didn't play... Okay, no, actually, this works. Cryogen Relic. God, their deck is so good. Okay, land was actually quite good. I don't really care about Focus Fire here, right? So, I can warp this in, but nothing's going to die. So it's not a big deal. Warp this... Yeah, so basically the play here... Oh, it doesn't work the way that I want. Yeah, it actually doesn't work the way that I want. Yeah. Okay, well. I shouldn't have kept focus. I should have just warped this in then. Oh well. Yeah, this is not ideal. Oh well. Oh, it's a 5/5. What am I saying? I thought it was a 4/4 for some reason. Okay, okay. We're good, we're good. No, but I could have gotten in for an extra 3 points of damage. Actually, that was really bad. Grab kill, okay. Yeah, that was so bad. Oh well. Three cards in hand for the opponent. Alright. Well, let's hope they don't have another sweeper. Mechanizoa doesn't get it done. They need to, like, tap down Servandum and kill my Susurian Voidborn, which is a lot. So that's not enough, right? So they're at an effective 2 life here. Alright. Whew. Yeah, I almost threw this game away. Wow. Apologies, folks. I should have warped into Susurian Voidborn, I think. It's over. Whew. Yep. Yeah. I think I could have played that one a little bit better. Man, Perigee Beckoners were a good way to get through some damage. And, you know, one of those games where, like, if it wasn't for the Wrath, it wouldn't even been remotely close. But, like, they had a good deck with a lot of card draw. So, happy that we were able to actually take that deck down. Alright, opponent on the play. We have two lands on the draw. I mean, this hand seems totally reasonable. Focus Fire, Rayblade Trooper, Sunstar Lightsmith. Actually curious, like, how I want to sequence this. It's a Plains, okay. I guess we just start with Focus Fire. And then turn 2 we play Beamsaw Prospector. I guess I'm not going to Focus Fire Starport Security. It's a Night Luminary. Alright, that's a Beamsaw Prospector. I suppose if I wasn't going to Focus Fire, maybe it would have been better to lead with Swamp in case I can play Timeline Color on turn 2. Okay. Rayblade Trooper is obviously quite strong, and we found a Seriema, but feels like we're behind enough on board here where I don't want to do that. Alright. I'm just gonna Rayblade Trooper itself. Like, that's the floor, right? 3 mana, 3/3, when it dies, you make a 1/1. Like, that's totally fine. Alright, we drew another land, so that's fantastic. How do we want to go about this turn? I think this is a pretty pivotal turn. Being able to sack the lander is pretty nice. But also just having enough blockers is pretty nice, right? So, like, perhaps Sunstar Lightsmith is the play here. I want to be able to, like, play both of these, but I don't know how realistic that is. And, like, playing the Seriema to get Servandum on this board doesn't seem that strong. Although I guess I can turn it on next turn with Perigee Beckoner if I need to. And still keep up Focus Fire? Alright. I just don't have, like, a great option this turn. So let's just go ahead and do this. Well, we'll keep the 3/3 back. Like, being able to just instantly turn this into a 5/5 seems pretty great. Okay. Drix Fatemaker. Okay, at least Focus Fire is gonna work. So I do like that. And then we can trade with the Luminary. Alright, I mean, considering they, like, went crazy this turn, it's not too bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not too bad, is all I'm gonna say. Because look at their board. Okay, so a land was a really good draw because I can go Sunstar Lightsmith and Timeline Color and draw a card. Let's warp this in. Boom. And then we'll make a 7/7. Do I want to attack? It's a good question. Yes. I feel like with the Servandum, it's got lifelink. We're not really in danger of dying here either. So. Oh, looks like they're going to be doing a little bit of hedging here. Oh, they're going to tap the Seriema. Alright, let's see what your last card is, actually. It's a Diplomatic Relations that costs 4 mana. Okay. So now I kind of don't want to play the Servandum, if I can help it. But I don't really have, like, great plays necessarily. I can play the Perigi Beckoner and maybe target the Sunstar Lightsmith. I guess that's pretty good, right? Like, if this resets, we're okay still. Alright, so they're chumping, which is fine. Actually, my mana is not great. Like, I have 4 black, so did I play Plains here? Maybe I needed to play a Swamp. Not maybe, I definitely should have played a Swamp, right? Alright, so Diplomatic Relations there makes sense. But that's fine, because now I get to play Servandum. Oh yeah, not having 2 black sources in play here is quite bad. It's a 4-3 versus a 4-5. 16 to 15. Alright, sure. Sunstar Expansionist doesn't do anything. We drew a Swamp, obviously. I could keep this tapped, I guess, to prevent it from dying. But keeping it back seems a little bit better. Okay, Weft Blade Enhancer. So this trades here. Let's crack this, get a Swamp. And we drew Perigi Beckoner. Well, that's incredible. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. I'm going to cast this with Warp. Oh, I messed up. I had lethal. Oh my gosh, Paul. Alright, I'm going to down this coffee now. Oh, what the hell am I doing? It's like, I'm getting closer to getting to Mythic, and I feel like my play is degrading. I literally just had lethal on board. I was so fixated on the board and being able to get good value off of attacking with Servandum, I forgot that all I needed to do was just pump my Seriema for the win. Paul? Paul. Paul. Alright, well, at least we are making a little bit of a bounce back. Like, I didn't think this deck was that great, but Seriema plus Servandum is the real deal. We are on the draw here. We have a Swamp in a Plains and a Seriema again. So do like this hand. Hands like this make me happy that I'm playing 17 lands. Swamp is the play from the opponent. I got this Beamsaw Prospector, which hopefully will trade with something. Yeah, that one I'm not so I'm not, you know, I feel like there's not a great chance that this is gonna work. Yeah. Good for you, good for you. Alright. Give me a land. Nope, Secluded Starforge. Wow. Okay. We're on the defensive here, I think. So, we'll see what happens. Like, I am happy trading both of my creatures for an Overplay Pangolin. I'm going to double block no matter what, because both of these creatures, when they die, I get something out of the deal anyways. But this is going to be a lot to grind through, especially when we're not the aggressor. The fact that they have a more aggressive start plus a Secluded Starforge is not ideal. Swarm Color, okay. And they will not attack. Ooh, another land there was so So clutch. Do I just get Servandum? Or I can just play 2 more 2-drops. I'm just going to play 2 more 2-drops. Yeah. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of a chance because I have 1 legend in my deck, so if I draw Servandum, it's not going to feel great, but this just feels like it sets me up better to just not get run over by like a removal spell. Like, if I play the Seriema, I'm just not adding to the board, and then if they kill one of my 2/1s, the Pangolin can get in for a good chunk of damage. Wow, they're already sacrificing a land. They're going to void something here. This is only to trigger void, I feel. But they're... I mean, doing that has to be an indication that they just have, like, not a lot of action in their hand. Okay. So what do I want to do? Let's play the Seriema. Bombard? Sure. Let's get Servandum. Let's cast this with Warp. What do I target here? Is it the Monoist? It doesn't really matter. Obviously, they could have a removal spell here, but... like, it's a big blocker. We got in for some damage. And we have a Servandum in hand. Systems Override would be very bad. Why do I say things? Why do I say things? At least I'm not taking 5. Right? At least I'm not taking 5. That's all I got there. Alright, pedal to the metal. They're playing defensively, which is fine. Really good chance Servandum dies here against my Rakdos opponent, but... whatever, right? Embrace Oblivion, sure. Into... Decode Transmissions, okay. And they're going to keep that creature back. So now I have Perigi Beckoner as an option. Which I'm going to do. They have 3 cards in hand? Alright, they're at 6 life. And, I mean, the Caesarean Voidborn should be quite good. So, we'll see. Like, now that they're at 6 life, you know what I mean? It's like, we are at the point where we can hopefully drain them out. This is like, they're at 6 life. I feel like I just need to play a million things. If I warp this in and then I warp this in. Yep. Oh, I can just cast this, right? There's no difference. Whoo! Nice. Nice. They got to live all kinds of little dreams with the combos, but we were able to put just enough pressure to kill them. Man, Perigi Beckoner is the real deal. Like, I really haven't been able to play with it enough. Like, I haven't had enough decks where the card is good, but in a white-black deck specifically, possibly black-red, like where you're a little more aggressive, it's really nice. Because in blue-black, it's not at its best, right? And I don't draft green-black all that often, but I feel like in black-red and black-white specifically, it can really go crazy. All right, on the play here, 2 planes and a bunch of black cards. Got to mulligan that. Well, we have the exact same hand. So we're going to mulligan. No, we're going to keep this one, and I got to figure out what I want to cut. I'm going to just bottom the Caesarean Voidborn, I guess, and hope we draw Black Source. The thing is, if I draw Black Source, I have a couple of Rayblade Troopers I can play anyways. So it's just like, I'd rather just have a better expensive card. for the most part. That is a Wandering Fumarole, and we draw a black card. Let's play Pulsar Squadron Ace. We miss. Well, you know, one good thing, none of those cards were a swamp, okay? There were a couple of planes there. Blue, red, black, they're playing Grixis. Cryogen Relic, alright. Well, if I don't draw a land, I'm going to be very sad. I'm very sad. Well, you know. Let's see, whenever non-token you control dies, okay. I mean, it is what it is. When things like this happen, you can laugh or you can cry. I'm doing neither. Slightly leaning towards cry. No, see? That was a laugh. Oh, God. Okay, well, what can you do? I mulliganed, and I kept a hand with 2 planes, Pulsar Squadron Ace, double Rayblade Trooper. Such is life. This sucks. No other way to put it, honestly. Like, I think I could have very easily, like, had a really, really good hand against this type of draw. All I needed was, literally, I didn't even need a swamp, just like a 3rd land. And I would have had 2 Rayblade Troopers in play, and it would have just made life so difficult for my opponent. So I think they have a Cryo Shatter. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna keep playing here, but... Yep, Virus Beetle. Let's pitch Timeline Color. I mean, they drafted a nice value deck. It's, you know, it's nothing crazy, but it is what it is. All right, it's okay. I mean, we've drawn 5 cards and no lands, so. All right, well, let's get that frustrating loss out of the way. We lost 1 game to Flood and 1 game to Screw, and we'll just win the next 4 in a row. We'll have a nice balance of lands and spells. We have 17 lands, a really good curve. That's basically all we have, but 17 lands and a real good curve can still go a long way, as long as you are allowed to play real games of Magic the Gathering. All right, opponent on the play, but this is certainly a keepable hand. 3 lands, Lightstall Inquisitor, Voidborn, Sunstar Lightsmith. Yeah, I like this hand a lot. Let's go turn 1, Lightstall Inquisitor. Like, I know there's some temptation to, like, keep this in hand for the Lightsmith, but, I mean, I have 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop with a Focus Fire. Obviously, this hand would just be disgusting on the play, but still a solid start regardless. All right, they exile the land, so this forest will come into play tapped. Oh, and nothing on turn 2. That's good for me. All right, Pulsar Squadron Ace. Miss again, but that's fine. All right, here comes presumably a decent 3-drop. Yep, Uthros Psionicist. So now what do I want to do? Well... Let's get the Voidborn going. Alright, so now they're going to have a pretty big turn that lets them come back. Yeah, Galactic Wayfarer into something. Cryogen Relic. Okay, well that was... That is such a crazy attack. I can't even believe you considered making that attack. 3 cards in hand. Let's see what they have. They need to have like a bite or fight spell here for the Lightsmith, and obviously that's not great for me. Like, you want to try to maximize value, but at the same time, I do feel like there is a non-zero chance the Susurian Voidborn ends up being the more important threat here that allows me to potentially just drain my opponent out. Like, that can certainly be the case. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. What you got? I have Sunstar Lightsmith, so next turn I can like warp in Night Luminary and then Focus Fire. But it really depends. Oh, the fact that they're tapped out is good, but they will be able to play another card for cheap. And let's see if they choose to attack at all. They drew no lands. They can hit me for 2 in the air, which would actually be very bad for them if they did. Like, I want them to attack me. Sadly, they did not. Ah, man. Okay. Darn. Because I really want to use this Focus Fire. And I'm not going to be able to get maximum value off of this Sunstar Lightsmith. Yeah, it's not great. So now I can like throw away a creature. Like, I can throw away a Lightstall Inquisitor. I hope they don't double block. Yes. All right. I mean, I'm obviously targeting literally anything with this, so... Okay. And I'm going to hold this for the next turn. Yeah. Because next turn I can double spell again with Night Luminary and the Lightless Evangel. I mean, they've also drawn a bunch of cards, so... It's just like we're both kind of going back and forth. They obviously want to find a way to kill the Sunstar Lightsmith, but noting that bite spells don't work very well either, unless they drew bite spell plus Blooming Stinger, right? Like, if they had a bite spell previously, they would have used it, right? So they need to draw exactly the combination there to make this work. If they attack here, they're going to take so much damage. Okay. Fair enough. If I can find like one more removal spell here, it'd be so good. Now, noting that the Starwinder won't be in play, so they just have these 2 creatures to block with. But also, I just don't have that much. Oh my gosh. That's a Servondum. They're at 14. Let me think. I feel like the Sunstar Lightsmith is going to get blocked by the Blooming Stinger. I think this is close. So if I play this, this gets blocked here, this eats this, and they take 8, 9, 10 damage. I almost want to play Night Luminary plus Lightless Evangel instead. And then see what they do. At which point, I probably shouldn't attack right now. I just don't have, like, a fantastic attack. Sariema is a really good draw, too. They can crack the lander. Let's see what they do. 6 cards. I mean, they have a jillion cards, right? A literal jillion. Okay. It's a weak start, but I think they might just play Starwinder here. Yep. If they hit me, then we are sending in the clowns. Okay. Cryo Shatter? No way. Okay. Here we go. Like, if things trade here, I also just drained them for a bunch with the Voidborn. If they block my 3 biggest things here, they still take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus, like, 3 drains. Like, the Starwinder has to block. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, no, it does, it does. Wait, why would they do this? Drains happen. Okay. Well, you know what? This is, you know, you give, when you give a person too much power, sometimes it all slips away. So the key to our deck is play a bunch of stuff, alright? And then play Servandum. Once we have a bunch of stuff in play. There you go. I know. Next level thinking. Next level thinking. Alright, opponent on the play here. Yeah, I mean, this is a keeper. We have a cheap card in Focus Fire. No cheap creature to play. Hopefully we draw one. We have 2 draw steps at that. But then we have Rayblade Trooper and Seriema. So those are obviously all very, very solid. Opponent on the mulligan too. Okay. We drew Embrace Oblivion. So if the Rayblade Trooper dies and get a 1/1, we get a 1/1, we can Embrace Oblivion as well. Okay, we'll play a Beamsaw Prospector. Obviously, we don't have to fire off that Focus Fire anytime soon. Red-green with a turn 2 Chrome Companion. So obviously, it's got to be filler here. So what do I want to do? They have 3 cards. I'm gonna play the Pulsar Squadron Ace. It's a 2/3. It blocks really well. Unless I hit the... Ooh, there's the Servandum. That's good, actually, because that means the Seriema is going to be able to hit that no matter what. And the nice thing about this is if they attack me with the Sky Stinger, I can double block. And then if they have a trick, I can still Focus Fire. So I don't think they're going to want to attack me. Unless they have 2 combat tricks. And I am always willing to play around 2 combat tricks. They attack me with the Chrome Companion. Do I just block with the Pulsar Squadron? I mean, this is a pretty clear indication that it's like Biosynthetic Burst. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if it's better to double block or single block. This forces it, which is why I'm going to do this. This forces the Biosynthetic Burst. Or, oh, full bore. Okay, and then, oh, and they have a Biosynthetic Burst, so I'm actually going to let this resolve. I think, so they have full bore plus Biosynthetic Burst, okay? So we're going to play as if that's what they have. Okay, they missed the land drop, and ooh, Pinnacle Kill Ship, okay. So now we are in very, very good position. Let's play Seriema. Let's get Servandum. Let's tap you. I mean, they might attack me here. It's fine. Like, I'm totally fine with this if they try to Biosynthetic Burst me. I'll still block here. Like, get a 1/1 and a lander. Seems totally fine. And I didn't use my mana this turn, so. Siege Ship Agrarian. Okay. I'm going to crack this, get a plains. If I draw a land, I can play the kill ship. I mean, I definitely want to kill the Agrarian. But not being able to play Servandum this turn is, like, pretty awkward. But maybe I just wait. Alright, let's just... I'm going to kill the Agrarian. We miss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Kill that. Let's do that. All right. I am liking our board position here. I think I'd rather have 2 tokens in play because of the Servondum over a 2/3 because I have the Reblade Trooper. All right. I still, by the way, I still feel like they have a Biosynthetic Burst. Okay? So my opponent, if you're watching these videos, let me know. Did you have a Biosynthetic Burst? It's like you have to know that I have a focus, or I'm representing the focus fire there. So I just feel like they probably had both. All right. Are we 1 win away from Mythic? We'll see. Opponent on the play, I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this because I have a Beamsaw Prospector. I have no white sources, but 17 lands on the draw with Beamsaw Prospector on turn 2 seems reasonable. Happy to trade with literally anything. That's a Melded Moxite, so not the most aggressive start from the opponent. I'll also just naturally take a Plains. Like, if you'll give that to me, deck, I won't complain. Not at all. Alright, frontline War Wager. War Rager, rather. Well, let's play Grab Pack Monoist. I mean, I really want a white source. Like, I might just double block regardless. Like, I don't even lose that much, right? There you go. I get a lander and a 2/2 and I kill their 3-drop. I'm more than okay with that. Like, a Plains would be so good. Oh, that, never mind. You know, All Fate Stalker, hell of a Magic card. Okay. Plains! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Okay, okay. Now we're talking. I want to sack the lander. Let's play Beamsaw Prospector and get a Plains. Okay. So our hand has been unlocked at least, which I do like. Now, the All Fate Stalker can obviously kill the Sunstar Lightsmith, so we do have to be mindful of that. That is an Auxiliary Boosters. Now, I can kill the token with that, so that's good. So let's go ahead and get a Plains. Alright, now what do I want to do? I can do Seri... Well, Seriema is like the worst option because I can't double spell. So it does feel like Sunstar Lightsmith... Well, let's see. I mean, drawing a card just seems good enough anyways. So why don't we just do that? Alright. Ooh, Reblade Trooper? Sure. Alright. I mean, that was a good turn, right? Like, I didn't hit a land drop, but I have a 4/4 in play. And they used Orbital Plunge, that's fine. And, alright, that's a Light Stall Inquisitor. Seriema, okay. Still don't want to play Seriema. I just want to play, like, a bunch of things. Just trying to be mana efficient here. And get maximum value out of cards like the Rayblade Trooper. And I'm just playing like a bunch of annoying looking creatures that maybe they might be interested in using the All Fate Stalker on. But I should really try to focus on playing white spells if I can, as long as it works with my mana. Okay, so that was a fairly weak-ish turn from them. Another Susurian Voidborn, huh? Okay. Feels like a good turn to play Rayblade Trooper. I just don't know what to target. I'll just target this. If they want to trade, that's fine. I get a 1/1, I drain them. I get a lander, which also seems quite good. And I get a 1/1. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. So now the question is, what do I do here? Right? Because I can do a wide variety of things. I can... Although sacrificing the lander for a plains does seem quite good. So I'm going to do that. Like, obviously I want to play the Lightstall Inquisitor as well, but... Sunstar Lightsmith. Oh, they have a 1-drop? Plasma Bolt? That's pretty good. Take another one. Void's already happened, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, there's nothing to think about here, Ray. Just pass the turn. Let's move on. All right, I feel like I should play Sariema, though. Like, I don't want to draw Servandum. All right, that is a black source. All right, Sariema. Servandum. Lightstall Inquisitor. What is that? Slagdrill Scrapper. Okay, let's place a Surian Voidborn. And I don't want to turn this on right away because they have the Alphade Stalker. Let's make it 6. And then next turn we can just like Servandum beat down. And play Pulsar Squadron Ace. And I'm at 23, so it's not like they can really attack me. I mean, like, they just need to play a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, Night Luminary into Slagdrill Scrapper, probably. Just to have a bunch of chump blockers in play. Let's play Pulsar Squadron Ace. Wow, we hit a Pinnacle kill ship. That is sick. Okay. So this is at least an attack for 6 in the air, right? And then anytime something dies, it drains for 2. Yeah, okay. I don't see how, like, too many bad things can happen here, so. Yep, that's 4 damage. They take 6 damage off the Voidborns. Oh, they need to chump with a Slagdrill Scrapper. They need to chump one of the Voidborns with a... Nope, that doesn't do it. You do not want all my creatures to die. Because this puts you dead on board. Oh, it's 8 triggers? I thought it was 6. Okay, well. Alright, there you go. Lots of creatures go wide. Sariema plus Servandum, and there we go, we got it! Man, we had a rocky start in this draft, but we drew a right combination of lands and spells, and we are now Mythic! That is a great, great feeling. We've been having a really, really good season so far. Last couple of drafts have been a little bit shaky, but look, I mean, given our win streak, like, we're already at 85. So here we go. Trying to play for a trophy. All right, on the play here, we have 2 lands. We have the 7-drop, but I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit of an awkward hand just because I do have my 1 7-drop, but I mean, we put it in our deck, right? So it is what it is. Let's play the Pulsar Squadron Ace. I can't actually hit anything. And because I have both of my spacecrafts in my hand. That's a Godless Shrine? Okay, well, you know. Wait, Cryogen Relic? Come on, man. Losing to such disrespectful decks. All right. Yeah, and we missed the land drop because we kept the 2-lander. So, you know what? We hit Mythic. It's okay. If we lose, it's okay. So what do I want to draw here? A swamp. A swamp would be fine. Obviously, any land would be good. You are not getting a lander. There's the island. Okay, just the level of disrespect here. Off the charts. Alright. Missed out on another land there. Survey Mechan. We lost to this last time. Alright, we did draw a land, though. I don't see a better line, honestly, than just, like, cracking this lander, so I'm going to do that. And obviously, getting into a late game situation against my opponent's not good, but... What do you do when you don't have that many good options? Command Bridge seems like an excellent play here. Unless they can play Cryogen Relic. But our opponent went super deep. And we, like, the only way for, like, a black-white deck to be able to keep up with what they're doing... Why did they keep up a blue? Just, like, tap your land. Now you don't have a 1/3 hexproof blocker. Alright, okay, let's go plains. And we drew a land. 5 cards in hand. I mean, just playing this and attacking seems pretty good. Just having a 4/5 in play. Alternatively, I can get Servandum, but that doesn't really add to the board, and I can't really pressure my opponent. I can do a little bit of hedging and warp this and play Seriema instead. Maybe that's better. Sure. I mean, the way I look at this is, like, I'm still technically kind of adding to the board because I have the Seriema. Like, this is a 5/5 flyer, right? They're going to have to answer it somehow, some way. And having a big evasive threat against what my opponent has here seems pretty good. Oh, look at this. So cute. Look at all the value they're getting here. So strong. Alright, what do I want to do now? They have the Cryogen Relic for the Servandum, so it's like I'm less inclined to do that. The most damage I can get in is by casting Perigi Beckoner and warping in the Susurian Voidborn. That's 8 damage. Now I just don't know if I should warp this in. I just don't think they're going to block. Are they? All right. The thing is, I think I'm more interested in... like, let's say I draw another swamp, right? I can go warp, play Servandum. My opponent has so much more action than me, it's just like... It's really just a matter of us figuring out if we can actually just close out this game. Because they're just drawing so many cards. Because now they can go Cryogen Relic, tap down Seriema. 14. What are you doing? They don't even want to do that? I guess they have another removal spell? They must. Or they're just addicted to value. One or the other. I feel like they have another interactive spell here. Yeah, it's a Cryo Shatter on Seriema. Sammy's Curiosity to gain life. Woo! Their deck is so nice. So nice. Pinnacle Killship does not seem particularly good here. Swamp would have been so good. Alright, well, this is our only play, so... The question is whether or not I want to attack with the Seriema. That would drain my opponent down to 6. mean, this attacks, and they need to get blocked. Or this needs to get blocked. So this gets blocked. They take 3 and go to 4. This drains them down to 2. Am I in a position where I can die on the attack back? I guess I just keep this back because I don't have lethal. Okay, they have lethal. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't attack with the Sariema. I mean, their deck is obviously very, very strong. Yeah, I mean, their attacks certainly make a lot more sense now. Man, what if I had the removal spell? Alright, they got me. Alright, it's fine. We played against like a really, really great teamer deck that went super deep with their mana. And honestly, us getting 6 wins with this deck, I'm pretty happy about. Like, we missed, I think we might have missed on a land drop in this game as well. So this is one of those decks where if you can curve out well, you can put a lot of pressure on opponents and just win games that way. And I feel like if we didn't miss a beat, it's really important too. If we didn't miss a beat, we would have had a really, really solid chance. But taking the turn off to missing land drop number 3 and playing a 2-drop while they just continued developing their board meant that it was just going to get away from us. But really, really good deck from the opponent. I mean, but the thing is, we still hit Mythic. We went 6-3, and especially considering the slower start that we had, and also the fact that this draft just didn't go perfectly. Like, we were just not in the best position. Like, we ended up with a really solid black-white deck with just a bunch of uncommons. I mean, we have Servandum and Sariema. That's a great combo. We were a little bit light on interaction, but, like, blue-green was open. So, like, certainly we could have had a good deck if we went there. I just didn't see a ton of blue cards in pack 1, I didn't think. But it's certainly, you know, pack 3, I felt like everybody gave up on blue-green and you just saw basically everything. But still happy with how this deck performed. And, you know, my main goal here before we transition into other formats was to just hit Mythic. And we did. So there you go. We hit Mythic here, and this video will be coming out on Friday, I believe. So tomorrow's video, we're going to have the qualifier weekend. Full disclosure for all of you constructed aficionados, I'm also testing Modern for the Pro Tour at the end of the month. So I don't have that much time to test for everything. So this qualifier weekend, I'm not going to be tested that much. So that means I'm probably not playing an Izzet deck, the Izzet Cauldron deck. It's standard, by the way. So I'm probably going to be looking at some kind of mid-range deck or mono red, something along those lines. But we'll have a qualifier video on Saturday. If I do well, we'll have one on Sunday. And then we'll kind of play it by ear. We have Cube, and then we have maybe some early access stuff for the upcoming set as well. So a lot of stuff in the works. Very, very busy month. It's possible that this might be my last Edge of Eternities draft. Maybe we'll do one more in the future, but I'm really, really happy that we at least got to hit Mythic before moving on to other formats. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, pre-order some boxes of Spider-Man, or get some singles for your standard, modern, or even your commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com. Hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, dice boxes, sleeves, all that good stuff, check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.